What I love about this Gourd being in this exhibition is that when you're walking into the gallery, it is the first thing that you see apart from the title wall. It's the first object that a visitor will meet upon entering the gallery. And it is this Gourd that's so emblematic of all of the ideas for the show and these movement across space and time and different meanings that an object can have. And with this Gourd, you see it, as Erica had mentioned, it was part of the British Empire exhibition at Wembley in 1924-25, that it was made by an artist from Nigeria who was living and working in London during the fair, and is this crossover of different kinds of style. But when we start thinking also about its movement, you know, he's claimed his ownership and his creation of this piece. There's a sticker on the front that states his name, that gives a title to it. And so you really see how this artist is really taking a sense of pride in the work that they're doing. And so often in our work as Africanist art historians, we don't have that kind of real individualized knowledge about the makers. And we thought that when we were organizing the exhibition, thinking about how do we put those names in focus and to highlight them for our visitors to show when we can know those individuals was an important starting place, and then moving through the subsequent lives of the objects.
I suppose we don't know that he put it on there. I don't know who would have put the sticker on there, because the sticker has his name on it. And I think it's an interesting question. I wonder if it was put on at the fair, if it was put on by the next owner, who was Sir Henry Wellcome. It happened somewhere in there. And it's sort of interesting to think about. I doubt it would be Wellcome.
Yeah.
Because Sir Henry Wellcome, at the end of the fair in 1925, you know, the fair did not, the reason that they held it for 2 years was because they didn't recoup all of their funds in the first iteration. So they were like, this is a money-making event, and so we're gonna do it again. And at the end, they wanted to continue to make a little money, and they also had effectively all of this stuff left over, as they would have thought of it. And so they sold it. And Sir Henry Wellcome came in and bought up all kinds of things. I mean, it really wasn't just the art objects that were produced by the artists working there. It was the doors to the rooms where the artists were living. It was, it was the pieces that were on display in the cultural display sections, not, that had been made on the continent prior and were brought to the fair. So he was just buying anything that wasn't nailed down, in a sense. And so we know that he purchased, upwards of 10 pieces by Audu Mai Alijeta at the end of the fair. And I think this is the only one that has the sticker on it. There are 2 other in our collection here at the Fowler. There are others at the British Museum. And and so this being the only one, it's sort of an interesting conundrum.
Yeah, so maybe we think of him signing it in terms of he's asserting his own style.
Yeah.
He's creating something that these figurative kinds of processions. He's showing, the other one at the Fowler has a car on it. He's showing what daily life lived there. So maybe we think of his pride less in terms of the sticker and more in terms of his creativity and him claiming his own experience at the fair.